Hello, this is Step Ahead with Ernie Rivera. I am your host, Ernie Rivera. A good plan today is better than a perfect plan tomorrow. George S. Patton. Today we're going to be talking about Rocky, we're going to be talking about South Park, and we're going to be talking about the power of today. So stay tuned, stay with us. Today's message is very important, I believe. It's something I believe a lot of you really need to be hearing right now. So let's just repeat that quote real quick. A good plan today is better than a perfect plan tomorrow. What does that mean? I'll tell you what that means. That means that some of us, we wait for perfection. We're too embarrassed to show our work to anyone because we believe that it could be better, and we never end up showing it to anyone. And what does that do for us? Let's look at a man named Sylvester Stallone. He was a young aspiring actor. He was struggling very greatly when he went to a boxing match and he saw Muhammad Ali fight. And he saw this fight. It became the inspiration for Rocky. Not Muhammad Ali, but his competitor that day. Knocked down Muhammad Ali, and he went the distance. He lasted I believe, 15 at the time, 15 rounds. So, what did Sylvester Stallone do, the young aspiring actor? Well, he could have just kept going to auditions. He could have kept doing whatever he was doing. But no, he felt it in his heart right then. He needed to write a script. He needed to write about this. And he went into a fevered writing frenzy in which in 3 days, he wrote the entire script for Rocky, all 90 pages of it. Now, he admits that this was not a perfect script, and only about 10% of it ended up being kept. But the point is, he wrote it down. He made it happen. And if you need to change the plan later, change the plan later. But the fact is, get it down now. Do it now. I'm reminded of the book right now, The 4-Hour Work Week. And in the 4-Hour Work Week, they talk about a class of photographers. This class of photographers was divided up into two sections. And one of the sections, they were asked to take as many photos as possible. And the idea was they were going to be graded on how many photos they took. Now the other group was being asked only to take the best photo they could, and that photo alone would be graded at the end of the semester. So one group was taking photos around the clock just because that's how they were being graded, on how many photos they took. The other group was trying their best the whole semester to take the perfect picture. Now, which group do you think did better? If you said the group that tried the whole semester to take the perfect picture, you would be absolutely wrong. And I'll tell you why. Because they got a lot less practice. The group that had to take pictures round the clock, sure, were there a lot of throwaway pictures? Were there a lot that were probably pretty awful? Yeah, but they were getting practice around the clock, and that made them way better at their craft, so that by the time the end of the semester came around, their photos were of a better quality. Now, this takes me to South Park. Now, what does South Park have to do with any of this? I'll tell you exactly what South Park has to do with this. We have Matt Stone and Trey Parker, two young college students. They wanted to be in the entertainment industry. A lot of people do. A lot of people, they come to Hollywood, or they go to film school, and they try their best to make their magnum opus, their great work. I personally worked with a director, a college student, very talented director. Now, we made a movie together, but it seemed like she was always editing it and re-editing it and editing it. And the fact is, she never released it. To this day, I believe her IMDb only has a couple, like 2 credits on it. And why? She could have gotten that workout. She didn't get that workout because she wanted it to be perfect. And perfect is the enemy. It's the enemy of the right now. It's the enemy of the action. It's the enemy of accomplishment. Right? Don't be aiming for the perfect. This This again takes me back to a story. I I can't be quoted, but I believe it's from the War of Art, not the Art of War, the War of Art. Um, and in this story, this archer is walking on a village. You know, he's walking through, and he's been on a trek, and finally he stops off at a village where he sees there are targets everywhere with arrows perfectly in the center, everywhere. How are there so many perfect archers? And he finally asked one of the villagers. He said, "How is it that all of your arrows are perfectly in the center of these targets?" And the villager replied to him. He said, "Well, first we shoot the arrow, and then wherever it lands, then we draw a target around it. That's the perfect target." And that's kind of the point, right? The point is just to just do, and you will get better. Anyway, back to Matt and Trey. So they were college students, and they wanted to be in the entertainment industry. And what do? Do they try to make their magnum opus, their great work? They just create and create and create. They were inspired greatly by Lloyd Kaufman, an independent filmmaker, and and being inspired by him, they just wanted to create and create and create and create and get out there and do stuff. They in When they were, I believe, 18 and 19, it might have been 19, 20, but they were around 19. They raised $100,000 in order to film their project Cannibal the Musical. $100,000. They said, "We need to do this today. Does it need to be perfect? I don't know, but we're just gonna do it, and it's gonna get done." And in the years following, they created a number of shorts, including a short many of you know about called "The Spirit of Christmas," which was really the inspiration for the entire series South Park. That's right. They were hired by a guy, a film executive, to do a Christmas card. Of all things, a Christmas card. And they said, we're gonna do the heck out of this Christmas card. We're gonna do it right now. We're gonna do it today. We're just gonna do it and get it done and have something to show. So they created the Christmas card, "The Spirit of Christmas." I think that's what it was called. And it was really a 5-minute short pilot for South Park. Since then, it got picked up by Comedy Central, and the rest is history. But again, it didn't just lead to, their earlier works. It didn't just lead to South Park. It led to a number of projects, a number of films they've done, including Basketball, Team America, not to mention the Book of Mormon, one of the greatest musicals of all time. In the awards, it won 9 Emmys, their musical. And how? How? And it's because they have a lifetime of writing practice. They have a lifetime of practice producing things because they are doing it today. Every day is a new project for them. They put out an episode of South Park in like 6 days, each time, create a new one, create a new one, create a new one. And yeah, they're going to get better each time, and that's the point. Get better each time. Do it and do it again and do it again and do it now, so that when you're finally ready, you'll have a lifetime, a body of work underneath you, a body of experience, so that you provide an even more exceptional job tomorrow. Wow, I went on a little bit of a rant there, but I'm really proud of this video. I hope you like it too. I really hope you like and subscribe and click that notification bell for new videos. This was a one shot, and I'm really glad. I'm so happy to talk to you. This is phenomenal. I'm just so happy with this video. So I hope you like it. Please click like and subscribe. I will talk to you all soon. Again, this is Step Ahead with Ernie Rivera, and I am your host, Ernie Rivera. Take care, guys. Bye.